So, it was day 3 of County Cup, and I was yet again playing number 1 for Yorkshire, so meant I had a pretty tough match. I was playing Charlie Broom, who had an ATP career high of 235. At Wimbledon this year, he lost in 3 sets to Stan Wawrinka, who, I will admit, has a slightly better single-hander than me. So it's going to be a super tough match, but one I was looking forward to. So I think I'd played Charlie 4 times, and he was leading the head-to-head by 3-1. So let's get into the match. So I remember thinking at the start of this match that Charlie's fast, he's solid, and he can play very aggressive from his forehand and his backhand. And I personally think his serve is pretty underrated. So I knew to have any chance that I'd have to be aggressive, I had to take my game to him. As you'd expect, as a top 250 player, he does return very well. He's very difficult to get the ball past. And I knew that, so at times I definitely felt myself forcing shots. I definitely felt that in the first few games, my errors were definitely racking up. But this is what players of that level do to you. They make you push your boundaries more and force errors. In hindsight, I wish I started this match differently. I should have built my way into the points a little bit more. I knew that getting into these stages in games, especially on Charlie's serve, I was going to have to be pretty rock solid, keep my depth, and just keep working the point as much as possible. I knew that he wasn't really going to give me anything cheap, so I was going to have to work for it. So I was a breakdown early on, and I was under pressure on my serve again. The way I would describe playing Charlie in one word would be relentless. I was having to string together quality point after quality point to get into games. I honestly think that I can play at this level if I did it week in, week out. I got a bit creative here with a bit of improvisation. So, managed to sneak the hold on serve. Now I had to see if I could put some pressure on Charlie's serve. It was quite a fine line between not overhitting, trying to be too aggressive, and then not being too passive and just being slowly worked around the court. And I found myself kind of going back and forth in between those two. I even tried a little serve and volley here. Didn't really work. I actually remember in this game just feeling really relaxed. And I just thought to myself, I'm going to try and stick to the baseline as much as possible. I'm not going to force any pace. I'm going to be really relaxed and just work for depth. And because I wasn't hitting the ball really hard, it felt like I had loads of time to recover. So my positioning was actually better. I do really think that Charlie has a very good serve. And there were times in the match where he really stepped it up, especially when he was in trouble in games. So again, my aim here was just to stick to the baseline and see if I could take the ball as early as I could. So, Charlie took the first set 6-2, but as ever, I don't give up and I was determined to try and work this out. I mean, shots like that were just losing me this match. Just too many unforced errors where there wasn't really anything going on. I needed to be way more solid. Should have been a push line and come in.
Great job, Sean.
Bit of an old school serve and smash here. I can just remember hanging on in these points. I needed to play with a little bit more depth and stay up the court a little bit more. Not a stand-like backhand. So, with Charlie forcing an error on the out-wide forehand, I was down a break in the second. I think that rally alone made me regret the pizza pasta combo the night before. It made me realise this match that I did need to be a lot fitter to play at this level, lighter and leaner. Poor error at the net here. Felt like I really worked the point well. It's just the ability to stay really focused, especially on those floated volleys. They can be the easiest to mess up. So, after forcing a backhand long, I was down a double break. But I was still determined to stick in there and see what I could do. At this point, I think I just ran out of ideas and just tried to do something different. So, things not looking great. 6-2, fall of down, yet to get any sort of momentum in this second set. But I always keep in mind in tennis that things can change pretty quickly, and you've just got to be patient and not let any sort of negative emotion hijack what you're doing. Just bringing out the squash shots here. At this point, it was anything just to get the ball back in court, anything to try and make it tougher for him. Again, just trying to stay in there and fight. This right here is a signature Hodkin dish. However, it didn't change the fact that I was still 5-love down. So, with a flashy backhand winner line, I had a break point. So with 3 miracle backhands, I managed to get a break. And I was honestly just really enjoying this match. I just wanted it to continue. So I was determined to get a hold as well. So, managed to slot that down the line, and this was probably the best I'd felt on my own serve in the whole match. A bit late, but I genuinely felt like I found something. I felt like if I played a tournament a week after this match, I'd have a strong idea of how I wanted to play and what the level would have to be competitive. Another serve and smash. And another fluffed volley. With another little cheeky backhand pass, managed to get another hold. But I knew to break Charlie once in a set was a pretty good effort, so to do it twice in a row, I knew that he was probably going to focus up and not give me anything, which is exactly what he did. I was just a bit hesitant there, needed to be quicker moving up and taking that ball on. So, as always, congrats to my opponent. Charlie played some very high-level tennis, and I'm wishing him all the best for his 2025 season and looking forward to seeing what he can do. As for me, it was time to get back to training and a few other bits. So I hope you enjoyed the video. As ever, like and subscribe, and I really appreciate any feedback, so drop some below and stay tuned for more tennis content. I'll see you next time.